You have a feeling your marketing agency isn't delivering the results they promised you. You're not alone. Nearly 40% of businesses are so dissatisfied they are planning to switch agencies. The problem isn't a lack of effort, it's a lack of proof. Many agencies prioritize activity over actual results. They show you impressive-looking charts, clicks, impressions, followers, but what does that mean for your bottom line? We will now give you a 5-point test to cut through the noise and get hard proof of your agency's actual value. First, know the difference. Vanity metrics are feel-good numbers like page views. Actionable metrics are decision-making data like conversion rates. This is an industry-wide issue. Only 36% of marketers can accurately measure the return on their ad spend. That is a massive problem. So, ask your agency test number 1. Can you tell me the exact revenue your work generated last month? Not impressions, not clicks, dollars. Think about your last marketing report. Was revenue the headline, or was it buried under pages of vanity metrics? If they can't answer, that's your first major red flag. The second test gets more specific. What was our exact cost to acquire a new client this month? This metric, CPA, tells you if your marketing is profitable. Without knowing your cost per acquisition, you're flying blind. You can't make informed decisions about budget allocation or confidently invest in growth. Test 3 digs deeper. Which marketing channel generated which specific lead? This is the question of attribution, and it's where many agencies falter. Customers don't just see one ad and buy. Their path involves multiple touchpoints. Simply giving all the credit to the last click is inaccurate and wastes money. Why does this fail? Often it's simple technical errors. Broken tracking codes or untagged pages can make their data completely unreliable, but they won't admit it. So, if basic tracking is flawed, how do top-tier agencies prove what truly works? The answer to that is what separates good agencies from great ones. Now for test 4. How do our results compare to our direct competitors and industry benchmarks? Your metrics don't exist in a vacuum. Are they good or bad? Remember the cost per client question? If your CPA is $500, but the industry average is $150, your agency isn't performing efficiently, even if they get you clients. Does your agency provide this context? Or do they present numbers without any comparison, hoping you'll be impressed by the raw data alone? Some agencies will resist this. They might say your business is unique, and sometimes they have a point, but a complete refusal to provide context is a red flag for transparency. This brings us to the final and most difficult test. Test 5. Can you predict next month's revenue with a specific number? A prediction isn't a guess, it's a forecast based on a deep understanding of your sales pipeline. It proves they are proactive, not just reactive. Most agencies fail here. They can't account for churn or seasonal dips. Their inability to forecast shows their data is disconnected from your business reality. So, how do the best agencies predict revenue? They use advanced attribution models that analyze every touchpoint to see which channels reliably produce value. If an agency can't answer these 5 questions, you'll start hearing excuses. The most common is, good results take time, which is a major red flag without data. This vagueness is a symptom of a larger problem, a lack of transparency. If they evade your questions, it's often because the data isn't good or they can't interpret it. And what happens when there's no data and no transparency? Poor communication. Industry data shows this is the #1 reason clients fire their agencies. Do you see the connection? A failure to track real data leads to excuses, which causes poor communication and ultimately destroys the trust in the relationship. Let's bring it all together. We began with the fact that 40% of businesses switch agencies. Now we see why. It's a breakdown caused by a failure to answer these 5 questions. The ultimate insight is this: Good communication isn't about frequent emails. It's about communicating clear, actionable data. The numbers should speak for themselves. So how do you prevent this? It starts with the contract. An agreement without specific performance, KPI, the agency has zero risk. Demand that these 5 points are required. So, your test, recapped. 1. Can they prove revenue? 2. What is your cost per client? 3. Can they attribute leads? 4. How do you rank? 5. Can they predict next month? If your agency scores a 0, 1, or 2 on these questions, it's time for a serious conversation. You are paying for activity, not actual results. Stop accepting busy work and vague promises. Demand data-driven proof. True partners don't just report on the past, they provide a predictable path to the future. Take these 5 questions to your next agency meeting. To make it simple, download our free agency audit checklist from the link in the description. Don't wait for a feeling of doubt to become a year of wasted budget. Get the proof you deserve.